Take a look at this big crowd here, lots of fans here. What's really impressed me tonight is the neighbors. Neighbors loved him. One guy said, you know what, I'm too old. I've never heard his music, but what a great neighbor. What a great kid. In fact, the best kid you'll ever meet. Fans and neighbors leaving flowers, candles, notes on rapper Mac Miller's doorstep. Those close to him struggling with the fact that he is gone at the age of 26.
I'm shocked, honestly.
Paris Levy lives next door, stunned to find out Mac Miller died here just before noon. TMZ reporting it was a drug overdose. On social media, many fans blame Miller's death on ex-girlfriend Ariana Grande. Sarah Moore is a big fan and got to meet both Mac Miller and Grande.
They just obviously weren't the best for each other, but I feel like people are taking it out a little too hard on her. It's unnecessary.
Grande was in concert 2 days ago in London. So far, she hasn't written anything on social media regarding Mac Miller's death. Fans we spoke with said they could relate to Miller's lyrics because they were so personal. Substance abuse and depression.
He saved me in many ways that I couldn't save myself. He helped me with my depression, my anxieties.
He just dropped a new album, Swimming, and was going on tour next month. In fact, his last tweets Thursday were about that, saying simply, I just want to go on tour. And he was scheduled to appear at the Greek Theater on Halloween night. Reporting live from Studio City, Greg Mills, CBS 2 News.
Yo, what's good, everybody? So I wanted to show you guys that news clip so that you guys can see how fake the news actually is, because they get all these crisis actors and all these people that are clearly acting so they can get you emotional, like that girl at the end. She was obviously acting, you know. They do that stuff to get you sad and lower your vibration. That's why I don't watch the news, and I don't recommend anybody to watch the news. But anyways, as you guys can see by the title of this video, Mac Miller and Sam Smith are the same person. And to be honest, I was a big fan of Mac Miller, so you know, I've been listening to his music since I was a kid. So when people started saying he looks like Sam Smith, you know, I had to be honest with myself and really look into it with an unbiased opinion, right? And there was no way I can deny this. You know, they're obviously the same person. You know, a lot of times people are very attached to a certain celebrity. You know, when you watch my videos, you have to take away that attachment and really pay attention to what you're looking at and really question the agendas behind these characters, because as you guys can see in that news clip, you know, they promoted his music. A lot of the music that he dropped before he faked his death was very sad and depressing. So it's almost like X, you know, they drop all this very sad and depressing music and then they fake their death. And that way everybody that hears about their fake death goes and listens to that album and they get sad and depressed. So they're obviously lowering everybody's vibrations. And with Mac Miller, they said he battled with drugs and alcohol. You know, to be honest, I don't believe that any of these celebrities actually do drugs and alcohol. That's just a part of their character, and they have to say that they did those things. That way you guys can believe it and you guys can do it yourself, because people see their favorite celebrity doing something and that makes them want to do it. So there was many agendas with Mac Miller, and the agendas with Sam Smith are on a totally different level. You know, he's not straight, so he promotes that agenda, but I'll get to that later on in the video. So clearly with these three comparisons right here, you guys can clearly see that they're the same person. You know, I don't really have to say much for this. Make sure you guys go do your own research if you don't see it, but to be honest, I'm sure everybody can see this one. And there's even a lot of memes about it. This one says Sam Smith is like Mac Miller but without the tattoos. And once again, you know, they get fake tattoos when they play a different role to kind of throw you off. And I like this picture because they photoshopped Mac Miller's face on Sam Smith's body. And then here's another picture of Sam Smith, and clearly he's promoting that agenda. And, you know, you can clearly tell that they're the same person. Like, I really don't have to say much for this. And the thing about Mac Miller is that he always put the truth in plain sight. You guys will see what I mean throughout the video, but as you guys can see right here, he made it very obvious. What are the chances that his last Instagram post is a one-eye symbolism with a triangle? And then here's some more pictures of Sam Smith. And now we get to George Michael, because Mac Miller and Sam Smith are not real people. They are both being played by George Michael. So you guys can clearly see the resemblance right here. You know, the eyes never lie with this. You know, they have the exact same eyes, all three of these characters. And sometimes they do certain angles and they wear contacts and stuff to kind of throw you off with the color. That's how you know they're the same person. And then somebody cut Sam Smith's face and George Michael's face, and clearly you can see it's the same person. You know, they have the same facial structure and everything. And funny coincidence that George Michael and Sam Smith are both born in London, United Kingdom. So they're both from the UK. And Sam Smith makes it very obvious because he did a cover of George Michael's song. And then he made a tweet about somebody destroying George Michael's mural. And also Sam Smith and George Michael both sing, and they both were not straight, so they have a lot of similarities. People even compare their music a lot. And right here he made another tweet and he said, "I hope you're all tuning in to George Michael's documentary." And there's hundreds of tweets of people comparing Sam Smith and George Michael. There's even a couple celebrities, and this person said, "Can we discuss that Sam Smith now looks like a very thin baby George Michael?" So the easiest way to see this is by looking at younger pictures of George Michael, because I noticed what the originals do is, as their character gets older on the world stage, they use old prosthetics and makeup to make themselves look older, but in reality these people never age. So when people tell me, how is Marilyn Britney Spears if she's way older, you know, these are not people, they never age. So I need you guys to understand that, because they're not regular people like us. You know, they don't age like us. They're soulless beings that are inhabiting a physical body, and they're playing multiple roles. So I'm gonna need you guys to understand that, because I'm gonna start making a lot of videos exposing old people, because none of them are dead. You know, all the people that they say that are very old and they died, all of them are still around playing multiple roles right now. And George Michael is a good example of this. And I really need you guys to understand this, because I'm gonna be exposing Malcolm X very soon. And if you guys don't understand this, then you're not gonna understand that video. But anyways, this person said Sam Smith looks like a young George Michael with that beard. So anyways, back to Mac Miller. So he always does a lot of symbolism. And here's some of his album covers where he did a lot of symbolism. So right here, he's clearly doing one-eye symbolism. And then he has some triangles on this album cover. And then in this song, he obviously has a triangle with an eye. And then he's doing the 666 right here. And then here's some more symbolism of him being an invert, because if you look at the colors in this album cover, it's pink, white, and blue. And this album cover has pink, white, and blue as well. And in case you guys are new to my channel, the T flag is pink, white, and blue. So like I always say, now that you know that pink, white, and blue is used a lot with inverted symbolism, you guys are going to start seeing a lot in the media and with celebrities, you know, and what this means is that they're inverts. And here they're doing more symbolism by covering their mouth. And as you guys know, Mac Miller dated Ariana Grande, who is played by a very old person, so I'm going to expose her very soon too. This is why you guys need to understand that these celebrities are played by very old people. You know, these people never age because they're not real people. So when you do deep research on these celebrities and you try to find out who's the original person, it always dates back to a very old person. But anyways, another connection with Mac Miller and Sam Smith is that Mac Miller dated Ariana Grande, right? And Sam Smith says he's a very big fan of Ariana Grande.
I love that song, by the way, that Ariana tune.
So keep in mind that these people are very good actors, and they do very good voice impressions. You know, I've showed many examples throughout my videos. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my Jamie Foxx video, because he does a lot of different voice impressions. So that's how they're changing their voice. And anybody could do it, to be honest. It just takes a lot of practice. But Sam Smith wore a fat suit at one point in time because he was really fat, and then he got skinny out of nowhere. And now we get into the next character, which is Angus Cloud. So this video is not just about Mac Miller and Sam Smith, because like I said, George Michael is the base character and he plays multiple roles. You know, I'm going to show you guys most of the roles that he plays in this video. And there's so many of them that I can't even show all of them in this video without getting you guys confused. So I'm going to just show you guys most of them, and the ones that most people know about. So a lot of people were comparing Mac Miller and Angus Cloud. And obviously they're the same person too, because George Michael plays both of these characters. You know, that's why we've never seen none of these people in the same room together. But like I always say, you know, it's very easy for them to fake that, especially with deep fakes and other actors that they can use. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that Angus Cloud and Mac Miller are the same person, and it's not hard to see this either. So yeah, you guys can go look this up. You know, there's so many comparisons online. But back to Sam Smith. So another character that he plays is Kirk from Gilmore Girls, and his name is Sean Gunn. and he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, if you guys ever seen that. So this is obviously the same person, you know, and this is another one of George Michael's characters. You know, you can clearly see that this is George Michael right here with the disguise. So a lot of people were comparing him and Sam Smith, because what I noticed with these old people that have multiple young characters is that their characters start looking like other characters. So yeah, that's another one of George Michael's characters. You guys can go look into that. I don't want to spend too much time on those characters because it's very obvious, you know. And if you don't see it, go do your own research. But anyways, back to George Michael, because his death was very scripted. He was born on June 25th and he died on December 25th. So what are the chances that, for one, he dies on Christmas and then he dies on the 25th and he was born on the 25th? And then Sean Gunn's birthday is May 22nd and Sam Smith's birthday is May 19th. So their birthdays are only 3 days apart. And then Mac Miller was born in 1992, which is the same year as Sam Smith because he was also born in 1992. So they're the exact same age. And another coincidence with them is that Sam and Mac are 3 letters and they both have the letters A and M in their name. So that's a small coincidence that I found. And another coincidence with George Michael and Mac Miller is that George Michael's cousin is saying that he died because of drugs and alcohol. And they said that Mac Miller died the same way, that he had drugs and alcohol in his system. And shout out to one of my subs who commented this on my community post yesterday, but they said that Mac Miller and Death Hoax have the same numbers. So as you guys can see, they both equal 86, 41, and 157, all in the same cipher. And then on this one, it's 58 and 40. So they're different numbers, but they have the same numerology. So 5 plus 8 is 13, and 1 plus 3 is 4. And then 4 plus 0 is 4. So they both have a numerology of 4. And then, like I said, Mac Miller did so much mockery and he put it all in plain sight. So in his last music video, he was in a coffin. And then he comes out of the coffin because he's alive. You know, he's basically saying that he's going to fake his death. And then he's going to come alive.
Give a fuck about tomorrow if I die today.
And then he did a lot of foreshadowing of his death in his music. So that was one song where he did it, and here's another one.
Come and die with me.
So he said, "Come and die with me," and at the beginning of the clip, he was doing one-eye symbolism. And then Charlemagne the God did some more mockery with this, and he foreshadowed his death of an overdose in this interview. So pay close attention to what Charlemagne says.
Okay.
So are you sober, sir?
Yeah,
He's having a drink right now. What are you talking about?
Not
that.
I'm talking about drugs.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, yeah. No. Or
Don't lie to us, Mac,
Yes.
and then
No,
die from an overdose next month.
No. I'm good. I'm really good.
So even though Mac Miller was cutting him off, if you guys really pay attention, he said, "Don't lie to us. I don't want you to die from an overdose next month."
Don't lie to us, Mac,
Yes.
and then
No,
die from an overdose next month.
No.
So play that back if you guys didn't hear it, but that's exactly what he said. So he's clearly foreshadowing his death of an overdose. You know, and this proves that it was all scripted, because what are the chances of all these coincidences?
Death, well, that's ridiculous. I'ma live forever cause the legend never died.
And then right here he said, "I'ma live forever cause a legend never dies." And when he faked his death, you know, everybody started calling him a legend.
I'm freebasing with Freemasons.
And then right there he said he's freebasing with Freemasons. So like I said, Mac Miller always put the truth in plain sight. Everything about his character was never hidden, you know, he told us everything. And then in this music video, he's literally telling us that he's not real. You know, because like I always say, none of these celebrities are real people. They're all just older people playing these younger people. They're just recycling the same actors over and over. And he's basically admitting that he's not a real person, because he's just a character for the world stage.
Joe Gailey on the Larry King Now blog. Do you think an openly gay rap or hip hop star could make it big?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I think you know, it's about the art. If you're gay, straight, whatever color you are, if you're making great art, yeah.
So right there, they asked him if a rapper can make it if he's not straight, and he said yeah. And that's another coincidence, because Sam Smith is not straight, and the same thing with George Michael. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, And make sure you turn on notifications because they're not sending a lot of notifications to my subs. And a lot of people are getting unsubbed. So if they ever unsubbed you from my channel, make sure you guys drop a comment. That way people can see that I'm telling the truth because I get so many DMs and comments of people saying that. And yeah, last thing I'm going to show you guys is some more interviews where Mac Miller talks about the Illuminati. And like I always say, you know, the Illuminati is not real. But they like to talk about it because it's something that they threw out there for us to chase our tail. So all those channels talking about the Illuminati and selling your soul, you know, all of those channels are not even saying anything real because they're basically talking about things that they want us to talk about. That's why these celebrities openly talk about the Illuminati and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.
One of the #1 things I see all the time is shit about the... Yes, what the f*** is that?
Well, it all started when I was 12. You thought you were about to get the breaking in it.
I was like,
I got it. Mac Miller admits Illuminati connection. You know, I'm not in the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I don't know if it's real or if it's not. Who knows, man? Who knows about all these conspiracies in the world, man? They all could be real. They all could be fake. You just gotta keep living. But it's funny to see those comments at some shows. I've seen some kids in the crowd like throwing up the Illuminati sign. Yeah. And like, I just am like, what do they want me to do? Like, you, Illuminati member, get him. Nah, man, I'm just, you know, me. You want to talk about Illuminati? Y'all are the fucking Illuminati.
And here's the fake 911 phone call from Mac Miller's death.
It's a house. Are you calling from? Yes. What is the emergency? How can we help you? Okay. Are you there with him now? When's the last time you saw him or talked to him? Yesterday, please. Hurry. Stay with me on the line, okay? We're already on the way there now. I'm going to give you instructions. Can you wake him up? I'm going to give you instructions. Stay with me on the line, okay? You found him on the bed, on the floor? Listen, so I can help you. The only way we're going to help your friend is if you follow my... Hello, sir? Hello?
It sounds like we lost him.